Yeah, so we're Anonymous for the Voiceless. So we go, it's called like street activism. So we go on the streets and we show footage of what happens like in the animal agriculture industry, the clothing, entertainment industry, all the ways in which we exploit animals. Have you ever seen this type of footage before?
I mean, I've seen, not this, but yeah,
Bits and pieces here and there?
I've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah? How does it make you feel when you watch this type of footage?
Fucking sick.
Sick? What do you think about it makes you like sick?
How they're treated, I guess.
Sorry?
How they're treated.
How they're treated, yeah, absolutely. Do you think there's a humane way to do what we do to animals? Like kill them for food, basically.
Yeah, hunt them.
Hunt them? Yeah, shoot them in the head?
I don't know. Like, I'm not a vegan.
Yeah, I know it's a
so-
hard question and it's not probably something we don't think about every day.
Right.
Yeah, well,
But like, it's like caveman shit. We hunted for food.
sure, yeah.
They hunt.
We absolutely did, yeah. But do you, well, I know that we did it when we had to for survive,
yeah.
but do you think that these days, do you think we have to kill animals to survive?
Yes. Yes.
We can't go to the store and buy other things?
No, but you just said a relative situation.
Correct, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
so
in a
right
place-
now.
Well, right now.
Right now. Could we
talk
go
about
to the
in this
store?
place right here. But I'm
Just as a civilized society.
So what I'm saying to you is that me out somewhere in the jungle.
No,
Right,
here,
no.
here. Right now.
Talking about right here on this
Us,
concrete.
all of us.
But
In a
that's still- but
civilized
that still
society.
may be somebody that haven't eaten in a week, bro. So if a rat run across there, that bird.
Exactly, that's
he
different.
can- okay, so I
For
get
sure,
something
yeah.
like that.
But if we have the
You're talking about
resources.
something totally- I understand what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
like, you know,
So,
most
but-
of
but
us,
if it's
most of
based
us.
on survival,
Of course.
that's the first
Absolutely.
principle of existence in
Absolutely.
life. It's
Yeah,
survival.
definitely.
You give thanks to that bird. When
Yeah.
you kill it and eat it. You
But
give
if we
thanks
don't
to
have
it.
to kill the bird, then how do we justify it? No, we can still eat burgers and pizza and lasagna, but plant-based.
I'm just saying, there may be somebody that ain't got a penny in their
No,
pocket.
and I agree with you. I agree with you.
But what y'all doing?
Sorry?
I think that's a good thing, trying to bring
Plant-based.
awareness. I understand that.
Plant-based,
I got
yeah.
all type of vegan
So,
people in my
For example,
community of friends.
if you go to
I
that
understand all
restaurant,
that.
they have like
Oh,
tuna. They have
vendors?
yeah.
I deal with
So they
all
have
that.
tuna sandwiches. They have
But see, I deal with
meatball
fun,
sandwiches.
with animals. I do all that.
Yeah.
So the food, animals, chickens, cows, all that, bro. So I'm living in the country.
Yeah. Do you think you would eat a dog? You think?
Sir?
Do you think you would eat a dog?
What are you talking about?
Well, because they're animals. Do you think there's a moral difference between them?
Based on survival.
It's a
Yeah,
cultural
that-
thing.
exactly right.
You just start eat your own self. Your body will literally
Exactly,
eat on
for
itself
survival.
from
But if we
within
don't have
yourself.
to for survival, we can go to Walmart, you know what I mean?
Debate you, young man.
Oh yeah, no, I was just having conversations. Yeah, no, I appreciate you stopping by and talking,
Arguing
yeah.
apples and oranges.
Yeah, no. No, I know
It's
there's
tough.
always different
No,
points
yeah,
and
it's tough to kind of talk
Yeah.
politics, you know.
yeah. Oh yeah, of course. But the thing is, when I asked
Yeah,
them
it's
about
cruel, and and I feel it, but like people do enjoy their meat.
that's true, yeah, but do you think that our taste pleasures or sensual pleasures is enough of a justification?
So I have a story for you.
Sure.
So I've done time in prison in my past.
For sure.
And I remember one time they were serving a soy-based meat, I guess, or meat, whatever.
Sure.
And people who were ignorant to what soy was actually started a riot over it because when they opened it up, it was pink inside, and they know they're serving stuff.
Yep, yeah.
And then they had to come in and educate us, like, this is soy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh.
It's fine. Right, yeah.
But it tastes just as good.
Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah. So if it tastes just as good, what do you think would be the most compassionate choice? If we choose a meat in which an animal had to die for that meat, or to choose the same meat that tastes right? Yeah. I think most of us would choose
Yeah, but there's just so many people that
that don't care. Yeah.
like choose to block that type
Definitely,
of stuff
yeah.
out. Or,
But it still happens. Whether we acknowledge it or not, it still happens.
yeah.
And if it was
Seeing footage from slaughterhouses,
Oh, man.
it makes me think twice about eating.
it does, yeah.
Like you watch the animal riding on the ground, dying and blood everywhere. It's sick.
Yeah. Do you think you'll be able to stab the animal yourself in the throat and right?
Honestly,
I wouldn't either myself either.
I couldn't even go hunting, to be honest
Wow.
with you. Unless I for survival if I had too.
Definitely, same
One time
here.
as a kid, I had a BB gun. And not even thinking of it, I'm just like, I'm gonna shoot this bird over here.
Sure.
I didn't think I'd hit it.
Right.
It was like a dove with like its family, and I hit it in the head right away, and it just flopped over. And I was like, oh my god, like whatever. Like I felt really
wow.
bad about it, you know. And like after that, I was like, I could never do that again.
Wow.
You know, it's horrible. Like I was like, it fucked me up. Kind of.
Oh, for sure, yeah, because you kill an innocent
Yeah, it's
animal.
like, why did I kill it? I'm not gonna eat it. It's just gonna sit there and rot now. But yeah, man.
But back to the point you were saying how like some people enjoy their meat and stuff. And do you think that sensory pleasure is enough of a justification to commit an action? Like say if we enjoy something, if it feels good to do something, do you think that justifies the action? For example, eating meat because it tastes good.
I mean, I personally don't, but you know, you're also dealing with people like the guy who just came
Yep,
around,
definitely, yeah.
And that's the majority of people think like that.
Yeah. But then I meet people like yourself, you know, who cares about animals, who cares about like you kill a bird when you were young and you were like that kind of messed me up because I hurt an innocent animal, you know. And I think most people overall are against animal cruelty. There was actually a poll, I think, in the American population, over 95% of people were against animal cruelty. But then when we consume animal products in a way, do you think we're sort of going against that sense of...
Yeah, for sure. I think we're detached in a
Yep.
way, like,
Definitely.
like you order a burger and you not even think about it as being an animal or where it came from.
Yes.
Or like, oh, this thing once had eyeballs and a brain.
Yes, and a
maybe
family.
children,
Yeah,
you know, like,
definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
you get into all that, you're like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
So like, it's dope what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Spreading that knowledge.
Awareness.
Make people think. That's-
Definitely, yeah. I mean, this, the very least we can do is first acknowledge where our food is coming from, or who's coming from, you know, because they're individuals. And then think, you know, do I want to support this? You know, is it in alignment with my internal moral compass? You know, and if it's not, then I think it's worth exploring that. You know, and seeing like, well, if I don't agree with it, what can I personally do to stop this? You know, what do you think we could personally do to stop this from happening? Well, on an individual level, well, how about this? Why do you think this is
I
happening?
think you could maybe like
Yeah, it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Sure,
get like a group of people, kind of like a focus group, and you're like, here, try these burgers,
Right.
and actually serve them soy,
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, and that happened in Burger King too.
And then at the end, be like, you know, none of that was actual meat, and it might get them to be like, wow, like I really don't need to eat meat.
Yeah.
Type stuff, you know?
Yeah, like that happened when you were in prison. That happened,
Yeah.
you know, same.
Yeah, right.
And that happened recently in Burger King. They launched the Impossible Whopper. Are you familiar with that?
Early Impossible Burger.
Impossible Burger. So they launched it in Burger King, and it's called the Impossible Whopper. So what they did is they gave it to people like regular Whoppers, and then people tasted it, and they were like, yeah, this is meat for sure, no question about it. And then they told them that it was a plant-based option, and then they made them realize that it could taste just as good, but there was no victim involved in that decision. So I think that's one way to do it. But the reason why this is happening is because there is a demand, right? So if each one of us, if you and me and her and him and them, all decided, hey, let's not pay them, they'll be out of business. Like I just saw news 2 days ago, the biggest dairy company in the country is filing for bankruptcy right now because people aren't buying dairy products. So we have so much power. They don't want us to think that we have all this power, you know. But when we stop being part of, you know, a systematized abuse of animal products, then at least in my life, I can be a little bit more at peace with myself because I know that my everyday actions are not hurting innocent individuals, you know. And I know that's how you feel as well because you told me about the bird, you know, and I'm the same way, bro. Like I don't want to hurt innocent animals that didn't do anything to me, that have families that want to live, you know.
Yeah, I could never hunt for support.
Yeah.
I could hunt to survive.
If it came down to that, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Maybe, possibly myself too, you know.
Why do we like? why do we
Exactly, yeah. But it, you know,
That's survival.
that's survival. Yeah, that's survival.
Like the
admire them and put them on the pedestal?
highest place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're-
But do you think then that if that's the case, do you think that veganism is more in alignment with your moral compass? You think?
They found you was like have
My
that
moral compass?
dog fighting ring,
Yeah,
but then
you know,
like
my sister's
this
a
is
vegan.
super
Oh, wow.
angry.
A
It's like, oh my
lot
God,
of people in my family are vegan.
Wow, it's growing, brother. It's growing so much, and I think a lot of people think that it's just a trend, but veganism is not a trend. You know, it's a social justice movement. That it's an ethical stance against animal exploitation, and just like you can look in history, how no social justice movement went away until justice was made. You know, and so we're just gonna keep growing in numbers until we achieve a vegan world. You know, or die trying really, because the world is we're destroying the planet, and you know, a big reason for that, animal agriculture. So that's, you know, if we want to save ourselves, our own health, we want to save the planet, and we want to not hurt animals, you know, veganism is huge for that, you know.
It's something I
We always
could
talk about
like
like, oh,
compare to
smart.
what y'all are doing. It's like I work in the cannabis industry and the hemp
It
industry.
doesn't matter that
So like
they can feel pain
hemp
and
can
suffering.
be replace biofuels,
Plastic.
concrete,
Judge what
basically everything.
So much, yes. It's like a miracle plant.
Yeah.
Milk, yeah, food.
Yeah, and people are getting into that as well, you know, or like
exactly right. But they're maybe we're the
basically
we're the
these
ones
companies
ruining the
with all their
planet.
business, if hemp
We're the ones
became,
that are,
you know, like
ruining the
widely
planet and causing climate change.
switch to hemp, you know.
Yeah,
like, so,
totally, yeah.
Like my company right now, we're trying to like push it.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love what you're doing because it's helping the planet to be more sustainable. And you know, veganism would be so much in alignment with what you're doing for sustainability products. I would really encourage you, if you have some downtime, to watch
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Cowspiracy.
you have a
I do have a car for sure, because we don't want to show this to people and have them feel sad, but we want people to feel encouraged, like there is something very powerful that we can do about this, and is take a stance against it by not purchasing the products, not going to zoos, aquariums, and not buying
Yeah, I was
any
gonna say like video sells
fish. So fish they have a brain, they have a central nervous system, so they experience pain and they wanna live. You know, they have a will to live. So same with fish. Same thing with fish. And the thing about fish too, speaking about sustainability, we have been overfishing our seas so much that by 2050, if we're fishing the way we are, we're gonna be without any sea life. So yeah, terrible for the environment, and they want to live as well. You know, they're sentient individuals. You know? But I think we're even more detached to fish than we are to pigs and cows because they're no mammals. But yeah, fish, same thing, brother. Yeah, they want to live too.
That documentary, The Code,
I think I saw a bit of it. I don't think I saw it.
like Japan, there's this place called The Code, and they like basically wrangle these dolphins into it, and they just basically the sea after it's red.
Oh
Kill
man.
them all for meat.
Oh yeah.
And then,
Really not.
I've heard about
and
that.
then like let's say like SeaWorld or places like that from all over the country or no, all over the world can pick out choice dolphins to take. and,
Take them
like,
away from their families.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. Well, they killed the whole family. You know?
Right, they killed their family
And
now.
then they did this test on people in Japan who were eating that was regular seafood, and they all turned out to have mercury poisoning because they're actually eating dolphin meat.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Terrible.
It's crazy, but yeah, man.
Yeah, so this one, bro, Cowspiracy is it's a documentary about the environment. So all the environmental implications that exist because of animal agriculture. Dominion is what we're showing here. So all the ways in which we exploit animals in pretty much all fronts of life. And then What the Health talks about the health implications for, you know, how it impacts our health. And then nutritionfacts.org, it's like a really good website that talks about like how you can get your protein, you know, your calcium, your iron, everything else. You know, we can be super healthy on a plant-based diet. You know,
Yeah, I
even
know
the World Health Organization, and which is the biggest, you know, academic nutrition they have come forth with a peer-reviewed statement that says we can be healthy in all stages of life on a plant-based diet. You know? So the experts are telling us that we can be healthy. Then, you know, what is our excuse? You know, like you know, we can go to the store now and buy lentils and chickpeas and be healthy, and you know, can buy the burgers, we can buy the pizza, you know, and it's getting better every
It
day.
also helps to get it in the major food stores.
Yes.
Burger. It's like, you know, not everyone's gonna go to the 7-Elevens.
Right.
For the,
Uh-huh.
health or whatever else.
Yeah, Whole Foods, whatever.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
so-
it's in Walmart now. You're right. It's in Walmart now. It's in Kroger. It's in Target. It's in Publix. So it's exploding, you know. And 2020 is gonna be even better. There's like now over 20 different kinds of like milk-based products. And then if you wanted to give it a shot for 22 days, you go to vegan22.com. You have Facebook? So vegan22.com, 22 days where they give you full-on support, they give you mentorship, they give you dietitians, all free. Just people from the kindness of their heart, they want a better world. And you know, do you think you would give it a shot?
Yeah.
Yeah?
My brother-in-law.
Oh,
he's
he would-
like hardcore. He's always like giving me shit.
Yeah.
My sister's
Maybe this was meant to be, you know, yeah, to give you a little push. Yeah, no, I'm glad you stopped by and, you know, wanted to engage in conversation and, you know, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. What's your name, bro?
Mike.
Mike, yeah, thank you for stopping by, bro. Luis.
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 Yeah, I really appreciate the conversation and, you know, just tell me what you think. And yeah. I think if I wasn't vegan and I saw this, I think I would have also stopped. I would like to think that I would stop and be like, what the hell's going on here, you know? Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
There's something else I saw too about like how they're dealing with like like feral dogs or cats and like puppy mills and that's all it is. So they're-
Oh yeah, Earthlings.
Yeah.
Earthlings is just like Dominion, and how they kill them and everything else.
Yeah, they just like dumped a bag
Gas
of
chambers.
puppies into a box and pumped gas into
Yep.
it. And
Horrible.
you hear 'em, like, yelp.
Horrible.
That really fucking-
Horrible, bro. Yeah, horrible. So that same thing happens to the like in the egg industry. If they're baby boys, they are thrown into a big grinder, into a big macerator, and they kill them because they can't produce eggs. Myra. And so yeah,
What's
so.
y'all feeling about eggs? Like,
Eggs, yeah. So in the egg industry, basically, if the baby chicks are boys, they put them in a bag and they suffocate them alive on the first day of life. Or they, if they're baby girls, they exploit them for their eggs.
right.
So they
What
produce.
about just the egg? Like, would you eat egg or is that?
Well, I don't think I would eat an egg because
I know some vegetarians are.
they do. Yeah, vegetarians eat eggs because they still eat animal products. So vegetarianism is more like a diet, whereas veganism is more like an ethical stance against animal exploitation. So we're taking something that doesn't belong to us. You know, eggs don't belong to us. Eggs belong to them. And normally in nature they only have 12 to 15 eggs in nature, but we have pumped them with hormones so much that now they produce 300 eggs, and that is so stressful on their bodies. You know. Normally they produce 12 to 15 eggs, you know. And then if they don't eat it, if they don't produce an egg, they eat it back into the system to supply them back with the iron and, you know, all the nutrients that they lost producing the egg. Yes. Well, kind of, yeah, right? Yeah, it's a little weird, but, you know, animals do a lot of weird stuff in nature. You know, they eat their young sometimes, they kill their young, but so that's why I don't like when people compare, oh, well, lions eat meat, but it's like, well, lions also snip each other's butts, and lions kill their youngs, and, you know, all that thing. So, you know, we're civilized, you know.
We're more evolved.
We're more evolved, so we have evolved very much so in technology, and I think now it's time for us to evolve more on an ethical level, you know. And I think the way to do that is to not hurt animals, not exploit animals. It's pretty loud. Not hurt animals and live a vegan world, you know, where we live in peace with each other, and, you know, because when we're consuming violence and stress, I think that also propagates more violence and stress in the world, you know. So when we're leaving animals off of the plate and off of exploitation, I think we can be kinder people as well, you know. And I think you're a kind guy, and I think that would be more in alignment with who you are. And I think you have a lot of help with people in your life and your family.
Yeah. Check this out, man.
Really appreciate that,
I
bro.
won't take the time. I'll let you get around.
Thanks so much, brother.
Yeah,
Really,
nice to meet you.
stopping by. Yeah.